Welcome to this new Inside Code video where we will see a new coding problem. This time I will discuss the +1 problem. So what does the +1 problem say? It says, given a non-empty array of integers that represent the digits of a positive integer, you're asked to add 1 to that number, then to return the new value of the array. For example, if we have the array 216 that represents the digits of the number 216, you're asked to return 217 because you added 1. And here are two more examples below. Note that the number represented by the input array is always positive, has no leading zeros, except 0 itself, that each element of the array represents one single digit, and that you are not allowed to convert the array to an integer, add 1, then convert to an array again. You have to work directly on the array. Pause the video if you want to try to solve it. Now let's start solving this problem. If we take the first example, we have the input, which is 216, and we have the output, which is 217. And we can directly notice that to go from the input to the output, we just had to add 1 to the last element of the array, which represents the rightmost digit. Because when we have the number 216 and we add 1, it becomes 217. So it's only the rightmost digit that had been modified. But what if, for example, we had the input 219 that represents the number 219? If we add 1 to the last element and we stop, we get 2110, which has no meaning because we said that an element represents one digit, so it can only be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. Then we didn't meet our goal yet. If we add 1 to 219, it becomes 220. So we can see that okay, we have to add 1 to the rightmost digit, but because it became 10, we don't stop here. We give the 0 to the digit, so the rightmost digit goes back to 0, and we add the 1 to the digit next to it, so it becomes 2. And we get the output, 220, which is 220. But what if now that we added 1 to it, it also became 10, like in the example 299? We add 1 to 9, it becomes 10, so we set it back to 0 and we add 1 to the next digit, but it also becomes 10, so we apply the same process for it. We set it back to 0 and we add 1 to the next digit and we get 300, which is 300. So you can see that this problem is getting repeated as long as we have 9s at the end of the number, and to repeat that process for each one of them, we will need a loop that will be repeated while the last digit we incremented is equal to 10. But we are dealing with an array, so don't forget that we have to stop before the index I goes out of bounds. So we have a second condition, which is while I is greater than or equal to 0. And one of the ways to implement this solution is that we start from the last index, which represents the rightmost digit, then while I is greater than or equal to 0, which means while the index I is in the array, we increment digits of I. Then we have a condition to check. The condition is, if digits of I became 10, it means that we must do that process. So we set digits of I to 0, then we decrement I to move to the next digit. Else, it means that we finished our work, so we just break the loop. Okay, the solution works for the majority of cases, but what if, for example, we had 999? What would happen? Think of it for 5 seconds. If we had 999, the first 9 would become 0. Then we add 1 to the digit behind it. It also becomes 10, so we repeat the process. It becomes equal to 0 and we add 1 to the 1 next to it. But same thing here, we set it back to 0 and wait, we have no more digits. What do we do here? And we didn't even arrive to our result, because now we have 0, 0, 0 and we want to have 1, 0, 0, 0, because 999 plus 1 is equal to 1000. So in that case, we are obliged to insert a new element from the beginning, and that element will be equal to 1, because each time we have a number full of 9s, when we add 1, it becomes 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and so on. For that, if after the loop I has the value -1, it means that we applied the process on all the digits and they were all 9, so we insert 1 from the beginning. In other words, we add a condition in our algorithm, just after the loop. If I is equal to -1, we insert 1 from the beginning of the array. And now that we handled all the cases, we can return our array without problems. If we have a look on the Python code for this solution, first we define the function +1 that takes one parameter, our list of digits. Then inside we create and initialize our index I at the last index, which is equal to length -1. Then we have our while loop. While I is greater than or equal to 0, we increment digits of I. Now the condition. If digits of I is equal to 10, we set it to 0 and we decrement I, else we just break the loop. After the loop, we have to check if we insert 1 at the beginning. So if I is equal to -1, we insert 1 at the index 0, in other words at the beginning of the list. Now we just have to return the result and we finished our task. Note that the time complexity of this solution is linear, O of n, where n represents the length of our input. It's because we are just iterating over the n digits of the array. And for the space complexity, it's constant, O of 1, because we are always using the same amount of additional memory no matter the input size, because we are returning the same array if you noticed. I hope that you understood the solution. You can find the solution code in Python, Java, C++ and JavaScript in the first link below, in the description, and ask me questions in comments if you didn't understand something. See you in another video.